welcome to another episode of the NRW Weekly Respawn. This is episode 9. As always, it's your boy Marky Mark, joined today
by Andrew Roa and the man who's cooler than cool,
Ice Cold!
Mr. Derek Imana.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So, as you do know, or you may not know, we did get hit with a polar vortex over here on the East Coast. So we weren't able to meet up to do an episode for the week of January 20th through the 26th. So we are bringing you a two-parter with news from the 20th to the 26th, as well as January 27th to February 2nd. So without any further ado, let's get into the Respawn report.
Sure. So Far Cry New Dawn released a new story trailer that showed Joseph Seed, who was the antagonist of Far Cry 5, interacting with the main character, who is a female in this Far Cry game. And it shows a little bit of the ramifications of what happened at the end of Far Cry 5. I don't want to go into spoiler territory, but the worst or bad ending is the canon ending for Far Cry 5, and that's how New Dawn kind of takes place.
Well, it could be, but like, if you did play Far Cry 5, it might be able to like read your save and give you a, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, this is kind of like a direct sequel to Far Cry 5, which we haven't actually had in the Far Cry series. It's always just been
standalone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Next story we got, Overkill's The Walking Dead is delayed indefinitely for PS4 and Xbox One. If you are a PC player, you do have the chance to check it out. This is actually a game that I reviewed for NRW. Not a fan, honestly, but anyway, if you were looking forward to this, and you are playing on any console, you gotta wait a little bit longer. As of right now, they don't have any dates for us, letting us know when they might be able to put it out. So it's kind of just a wait and see at this point.
No, just to go along with that, I think the development of the game kind of stopped because of the PC sale performance, and the company actually just went and filed for the Swedish version of bankruptcy as well. Okay. Or protection from bankruptcy.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
Starbreeze?
Yes, Starbreeze. Okay. So our console players, you can play Left 4 Dead to hold you off until Overkill's The Walking Dead.
Or Resident Evil.
Yes.
Which actually just got announced to be having some DLC that was not in the original version of Resident Evil 2, which released in 1998, which when we paid for our games, we got the whole game, not missing any story beats and stuff that should originally be in there like we are getting now.
Yeah, with majority of our games.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we are getting new DLC for Resident Evil 2, so that's definitely something to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely.
You got any... I know you've been playing Resident Evil 2. Are you enjoying it?
I love Resident Evil 2. The remake was well done. It has that Resident Evil 4 kind of gameplay and style, but it still has that horror from the original, which is a great combination in my opinion. I beat Leon's campaign, and then I'm on Claire's B part right now. And the cool stuff with the DLC is that the DLC is going to be called the Ghost Stories, and it's going to focus on characters that you meet or interact with in the game as Leon or Claire, but they might be dead already, or they might be going and having their own kind of problem that they have to deal with. We get to actually see what they're doing and dealing with in this DLC.
Gotcha. I just personally want more backstory for Tofu.
Yeah.
The real star of the Resident Evil franchise.
Yeah, definitely.
With this Resident Evil 2 remake, do you think they're going to bring back my favorite Resident Evil 3 nemesis?
I think they will. Jill Valentine by herself can carry the game. I don't think there needs to be too much hype on it, especially since RE2 did so well and RE3's story takes place at the same time in Raccoon City as well. Yeah. I think it's a logical choice that they'll remake it.
I agree. Another game that came out recently, Kingdom Hearts. We do have early reviews for it, which I guess they're not really early at this point since we are 2 weeks late. But anyway, they're getting grades anywhere from the high 7s to the high 8s. So solid scores, but not the stellar reviews that I personally wanted for the game. You know, having waited 14 years this had to have been a 10 out of 10 for me. Having said that, I am still playing it and I am enjoying it, so what do I know? Moving on to another Square story.
Yeah.
They have trademarked the art style that was used in Octopath Traveler, dubbed HD 2D, which if you haven't played it, it's kind of 8-bit looking, but very modern 8-bit looking. It's exactly how it sounds, high def, two-dimensional graphics, beautiful game.
Yeah, 3D imagery
Right.
on that 2D plane. It's one of the most unique looking games in my opinion.
For sure, definitely. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
especially of this generation, definitely.
Yeah,
they don't make games that look like this anymore.
Mhm.
Moving along with more Nintendo news, Nintendo they hosted a live event where they showed off a couple of their upcoming indie games for 2019, games that will be coming to the Switch. I think you picked out a list of a couple that you're hyped for.
Yeah, so there's going to be about 20-ish or more indie games released in 2019. Some of the picks that I have for you guys that you should watch out, or look out for are This War of Mine, the Complete Edition,
Nice.
Transistor, Jackbox Party Pack 5, which is a great family game or a great group game if you guys want to have that couch co-op kind of feel. That's definitely a game to go for. Wargroove, which is a little bit more of a newer game, has been getting some hype, and you guys should definitely check that out. And Bastion, which has gotten great reviews.
Okay.
Finally, it's going to be on the Switch.
Okay, yeah. So I checked them out briefly. I think Bastion and Wargroove, but it wasn't really something I wanted to sit there and play on my. I was playing on PC.
Okay.
But it wasn't something that I felt was necessary for the PC. But now that they're coming to Switch, I can definitely see myself, hopping on a flight, hopping on the metro, just playing that on the go.
Yeah, definitely. Those are good games that you can kind of just jump in, jump out.
Exactly. In other Nintendo news, development on Metroid Prime 4 has it was halted briefly, I do believe, but Retro Studios, the studio that was the original developers for the original 3 games, have come on and are now actually working with Nintendo Studios in developing Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah. They had to restart the entire development because of how the direction that they were originally taking, Nintendo didn't agree with, and so they're going to restart the entire development of the game. So Metroid Prime 4 is most likely going to be released 2020 or later.
I agree. Which, I mean, this is another one, just like Kingdom Hearts fans, people have been waiting for this game for a while, so to give out anything less than at least like a 9.5 would just be insulting, honestly, to Metroid fans.
But I think a lot of the community appreciated the fact that Nintendo was really transparent with this whole ordeal, and at least just gave us the facts straight up rather than saying development is in progress, but they're working on some random thing or something like that.
That is, as a gamer, I do appreciate people coming out and telling me exactly what's going on. Unlike games like Borderlands 3 that I've been waiting for. Haven't heard anything about it since that tech demo that from like 2016 or whenever the hell that was.
Yeah.
Anyway, that about does it for the week of January 20 through the 26th Respawn report. Bear with us for a quick second. We're going to take a brief intermission and we'll be back with the most recent news. Thanks, guys. Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of episode 9. We're about to cover the week of January 27th to February the 2nd. But first, as usual, let's get into what you've been playing.
Yeah, so I've been playing Resident Evil 2, one of the greatest games that I kind of already mentioned. The gameplay is amazing, and the storyline is amazing.
Game of the year?
No, definitely not Game of the Year.
No, I don't think so.
There's too many things coming out this year that it's hard to determine what's going to be Game of the Year. Definitely one of my top games of the year, top 10 for sure.
Fair enough.
And Kingdom Hearts 3. I know you've been playing that as well.
Yes, I did pick it up. I'm definitely not as far as you, but I have my issues with the game, but overall I guess I am enjoying it.
Cool.
I also did check out the Anthem beta that's going on right now, actually.
Yeah, we got to play together, actually.
We did play together. I don't know about you, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's kind of the Gundam game that I always wanted but have never gotten. Yeah, looking like a lot of fun. Actually, right now, as of today, February the 3rd.
Yes.
3rd. Yep. If you are playing the demo, they have just opened up the first community event, which is a storm. As of right now, storm is just like a large glowing weather effect. Players that are in the free play mode, just exploring around the area, are able to see it. Apparently later tonight, or actually could be going on right now as we are filming this, there's another half with more explorable areas. Looks like there's going to be some bigger monsters to take down, so I'm excited to see what that's looking like, and hopefully we can wrap this up before the beta or the demo ends and check that out.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, let's get into the Respawn report for January 27th to February 4th. Metro Exodus, along with games like The Division 2 and some other notable games, have made the jump from Steam over to the Epic Store. But most notably with this jump, Metro was able to decrease. They made the game $10 cheaper, so instead of the original $59.99, you can now actually get this on Epic Store, excuse me, on PC for $49.99. And this kind of has, it attributes to Epic's revenue split, where Steam would take 30%, giving the developers the other 70% of revenue. Epic has kind of made them one up their game, where they're only taking 12%, leaving developers with 88%, so that, I guess, let the developers of Metro Exodus give it to us for $10 cheaper. You can... Was that?
Oh, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, exactly, right? So if you did pre-order on Steam, though, you are able to still play it on Steam and get all the DLCs that are coming out for it on Steam. So this kind of... It's very confusing as to what they're doing with this game, why it's going to be on two separate platforms, but I mean, if you can get it for $50 rather than $60, why not, right?
Yeah, and you're helping the developer more, so if
Exactly.
you buy it off Epic's application.
Yeah, exactly. Bandai Namco released a trailer for Dragon Ball Project Z, an action RPG announced based on the Dragon Ball Z universe.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer shows off Goku going through some of his earlier adventures in Dragon Ball Z, as well as some of the later ones as well. We don't really know too much about it yet. They haven't really shown any gameplay, but as a longtime Dragon Ball fan, I'm very excited for this. This is definitely a game that I have been, well, I guess I can't really say I've been wanting it because we don't really know what it is yet, but if it is the action RPG style that I think they're talking about, I'm sold already.
Sure.
Like this, it would also be cool if you could play as other characters, but whatever, I'll take Goku as well. You know, just leveling him up throughout his years, going from Saiyan Saga all the way up to, if it's just following Z, Buu Saga.
Yeah.
You know, grinding to get to level, or to Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3. We'll see if there's any
fusions.
Fusions,
Yeah.
yep. Any fusions, or the Potara as well. But yeah, this I'm very excited for this announcement.
Yeah. To go along with the Dragon Ball Z news, Dragon Ball Fighter Z also released some new DLC content, or announced that they will be giving some new DLC content for the game. You will be getting 4 new characters. My favorite character in Dragon Ball Super, Jiren, is coming to the game.
Yeah.
The Pride Trooper, Universe 11, strongest soldier. He's going to be amazing to pair up, I think, with Hit, so that's going to be nice. We're also getting Videl, who's going to be kind of a character similar to the androids, and she's going to be partnered up with the Great Saiyaman, who is actually just Gohan in his superhero costume. And then we'll also be getting the Dragon Ball Super version of Brawly, and we also get a Gogeta Super Saiyan Blue.
Oh yeah, that's my boy.
So a lot of the Super
Broly. Gogeta.
If you saw Dragon Ball Super Broly, the movie, you'll get that reference.
Yeah.
Broly.
So that's it for Dragon Ball Z. I believe we have another kind of industry changer with GameStop.
Oh yeah.
Not actually trying to sell their company. They decided to take back their offers, or not accept any more offers, because with their physical sales going down and the announcement that they have decided to stop searching buyers, their stocks actually have gone down to about $11.21 per share. So Sycamore Partners and Apollo Global Management were the two companies that were bidding for GameStop. They have also decided to just not pursue it, as GameStop has stopped anything from anyone to buy their company.
What do you thinking's the future of GameStop looking like?
Well, with the streaming applications that are coming out, and
the honestly, I can't remember the last time well, that's not true. I buy pre-owned games from GameStop, but for like new releases, I pretty much download only. Yeah,
the digital download seems to have taken over, and GameStop hasn't really adapted to that just yet. They're staying to their physical copies. I love buying the real copies.
You can buy
you can buy cards with the codes,
exactly.
But why would you go to a store to buy a digital code when you can just go online? So the future for GameStop is,
I can see them being bought out by like Target, and the whole video game section of Target just being
a GameStop,
or Walmart, something like that.
Potentially. With EB Games being still around, I think they'll still be alive.
True.
Just maybe not as affluent as they are right now.
True. Well, in more gaming news, we had the first ever Fortnite concert.
Yeah.
The DJ, or whatever you want to call him, known as Marshmello, who actually has been known to be a pretty big fan of Fortnite. He's competed in a couple tournaments.
Yeah, he partnered up with Ninja
for
a few of those events.
So he put on the first ever in-game concert, which took place in Pleasant Park. We'll probably try and put up a video of whatever
the concert.
Yeah, exactly. I actually didn't get a chance to check it out, but people that were talking about it were pretty excited. There was a little bit of awkwardness, I'm sure, you know.
That's the video game industry.
Yeah. But yeah, first ever video game concert. Is Drake next?
Hopefully.
Probably. So Nintendo has actually announced that they are expanding their mobile business. They have announced previously Mario Kart Tour is coming. Right now it's still in development. There was a date that they had put out originally, but it looks like that's been pushed back, and we don't have any updates on that. But they are actually bringing back another franchise that hasn't actually seen the daylight or any news on other than Smash Bros, but Dr. Mario World will be coming to mobile sometime later this year. No specific details on that just yet, so we'll see what that ends up being. Have you ever played Dr. Mario?
I played a little bit of it, but I was more of just like, if I was going to play a style like that, I know a lot of the puzzle quests and everything they enjoy.
True.
I was just Tetris. I just went back to Tetris.
It's very similar to that kind of mixed matching pieces, but it does have Mario on it, so I'm sure that also sells. And if it comes to mobile, if it's a free download and you just gotta pay for extras or whatever, I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out as well. I mean, Nintendo doesn't really go wrong with any of their games.
Exactly.
They're all enjoyable, just variations of enjoyment.
Yeah, definitely.
We also have some news regarding an Xbox product this time. Halo Infinite's new hire of Justin Roby in the position for the director of player voice kind of indicates that Halo Infinite is going to be taking a more community-based approach and will be trying to take a stance similar to Fortnite's, in which they will be updating and giving new content, and not in a DLC format, more just of an update of, hey, okay, you guys wanted this, maybe not just patch or bug fixes, but actual more in-game content or little events. With that also being announced for Halo Infinite, and the director of player voice being hired, I believe we'll be getting more Halo Infinite news now.
Oh yeah.
Because how are they going to have a player voice if the players don't know anything about the game?
Yeah.
So I think we're going to be getting some Halo Infinite news coming soon.
I'd definitely be excited for that, especially with the recent announcement of Bungie and Activision splitting.
Yeah.
I would love to see Bungie come back and maybe not fully get their hands on the Halo franchise, but help out a little. They do have a little bit of experience with games as a service with Destiny.
Yeah.
Just putting my Titan up against a Spartan, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be really cool.
Right?
For sure.
Some cross PvP.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're definitely excited to see
just new Halo news.
New Halo news, new Dr. Mario, Anthem, all these things. But some of them we don't really have a lot of information on right now.
Not just yet.
But we do have a couple games coming out this coming week that I personally am pretty excited for. God Eater 3, which if you're unfamiliar with the franchise, it's kind of a more anime take on Monster Hunter, a bit more RPG based in my opinion. But the second one came out, I want to say sometime in 2014 or 2013. So this is another game that we haven't seen for a while, so I'm pretty excited to see the evolution of the game for the most part.
For sure.
As well as a Division 2 private beta starting on February the 7th, going through, I believe, the 9th.
Okay.
So yeah, that's definitely, if you guys watch the show, I'm a big fan of the Division, so I'm definitely going to be checking out this beta. That beta comes out for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and then God Eater is coming to PC and PS4 on February 8th. Anything you're looking forward to?
I was just wondering, for the Division 2 private beta, is that a pre-order to get into the beta, or is that a closed beta? Did you just sign up?
Right. So, because Anthem did that, right? How they had their demo last week, the VIP,
Exactly.
which apparently was full of bugs.
Yeah.
Nothing very VIP about it. But it was only for people that pre-ordered. With the Division beta, however, you do have a chance of getting in even if you didn't pre-order.
Cool.
But I think if you did pre-order, you are guaranteed to get in.
Awesome.
So hopefully, as well, I'm sure also, these are squad-based games, so I'm sure they're going to be giving out friend
Extra
codes as
keys,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Hit us up if you want any. I'm sure I'll be getting some. Andrew maybe, but we'll definitely have some. So you hit some comments below. Top comment will actually
receive a key.
Yeah, we'll try and hook you guys up with a key. Once again, this has been Marky Mark, and this is episode 9 of the NRW Weekly Respawn. Joined today by my co-host, Andrew Roa. As always, behind the camera, Derek Admana. If you liked our show, leave us a comment, subscribe, like, do what you gotta do. And don't forget, for all your trailer reacts, comic book picks, and new releases, keep it locked in to NRW.